Just a little update video. In order to make the dash fit, the truck dash, I'm having to cut a lot out of the back of the dash and a lot out of the Crown Vic dash. I cut the lower section here. There used to be a bar, a thick freaking plate that went down to here, but it literally hung right below the dash. I still got to trim this lip off right here. Might have to end up cutting the end of that bolt flat. I don't know, or I might end up, I don't know, might have to weld it. I don't know yet. And you think, you know, you took some of the stability out of the steering column brace or whatever, what the hell are you doing? Well, I went around to this thing, and this was just a little, still a little warm, just a little bumper, you know, in case it's, you know, steering column moved. It was kind of pushed against the firewall, and it was real flimsy. Drilled and tapped right here. So there's a little gap there, but it's tight against the firewall as far as it's going to go. So I'm just going to put another bolt on top of that to lock it down, redneck style, and then cut the top of the bolt off. And then I'll weld it all the way around. I hammered it down and welded it all the way around the top of here, so that it's stable. And I mean, you can, it does not move at all, not even a little bit. So I left this little piece because I don't know if I need it or not. I'll probably build a console up and around that anyway, but I may end up having to taper this back some. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I haven't gotten to that point yet. This thing is so dumb. I don't know what this is. I think I have to keep it. I'm not really sure, but that thing is so in the way. If that thing was gone, it'd be so much easier. But yeah, so right now that's where I'm at with this. But probably just grind all this down smooth, paint it. The dash should cover some of that. What doesn't cover that, I'll make a panel or something, or make the console come over. I don't know yet. But pretty much good at everything else. Like I said, it's sturdy. I still got to notch the dash some more to get that to fit in here. Yesterday I actually filled this in right here. So that back wall, you see all the rust. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots right here in the middle, right through there, where the metal was good. And I welded this piece of floor to the wall here. There's another spot down there. You can see the little ripples. There's not a spot down here because it was just too rotten. So I welded in here in the seams. Not great, but it worked. And then down the floor, my bed bolt solution was not great. I may just end up hammering this down to this piece here, welding it across, and then putting like a plate here and a plate there to kind of smooth it out a little bit so it doesn't look so trashy. And then, you know, the bolt will be right there. I do that on both sides probably, just fill it in. It won't be bad. I'm not really that worried about it. But I've got the floor section back in, welded in on that side. I had to cut, so I had this whole piece down, across, and up this side, but they got little lips on the bottom, like right at the edge right here. And there's one there and one right here where the seam is. There's like a little edge that sticks down, and then there's an edge that sticks down, like I said, right here. And I had to cut that off, so pretty much it's 3 pieces. I just welded it back together. But I did that so that I could make it flat in the corner on both sides the best I could. It worked fine. Stabilized the bed really good. It still squeaks because I don't have any kind of washers or anything. The bed is just literally sitting on the braces, so I may get some little washers or something to go under there. So, you know, like maybe like some polyurethane or whatever the hell those little plastic washers are, and see if I can get that fixed. Yes, I cut a hole in the gas tank when I was taking the car apart. I don't know how I did that, but I did. That's what popped yesterday. It blew the little lid out that I had what chippy welded closed. I made a mistake. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought that was a piece that I could cut out, and I started to cut, and then I heard it sloshing around. So I caught it, but just, you know, I should have just took the whole body off and not cut anything. But anyways, this is where it's at in the rear. I've still got to fill in those pieces. I may leave this open. I don't really care about this. Like I said before, I may fill all this in over the fender wells. We've got the fender wells are still here. Even the little piece that I notched out is still here from here. So I'll probably end up cutting that and then trimming it around the shock tower or something, and then welding those back in, and then take those two pieces there and go across the top and then the front first. The rear end is going to be the last thing because I don't really care about that. I want to build a wall like up here and over. Like I said, that way I can put suitcases and stuff back here because I plan on taking this on some road trips and stuff, like Deals Gap or something like that. But yeah, so I'm going to do that first when I get to the bed, and then, which will be a hot minute. I'm trying to get this thing on the road first, so lights and stuff are going to be before that. And then I've already cut this and shortened it, but as you see, it's at an angle. It's at about a 45-degree angle, so it's not going to sit flush in anything that I put back here. So I'm going to probably have to cut it again. I need to run the vent line. I need to connect this to the vent line right there, and that way it'll vent and not click every time I try to put gas in it. So I'm gonna have to connect that somehow, and then either get a piece of hose or just take it out, cut it. You can see where I cut it last time right here and welded it back together. Either cut it, put a line in it, and that way I can put it wherever, or cut and re-weld it. I don't know yet. Probably just put a hose there. That way I can put it wherever. But that's pretty much it. Man, the truck sits nasty. I didn't think these wheels were gonna fit. I did do those little cheap turnbuckles up there in the front right here, up in the little front here, just to see if it would work. So I'm gonna buy some bigger ones and probably weld those in, and go that route because it does work. The rears you can't do. So the rears, I cut the one on the other side to see, and if you push it, this little piece here just pops out, like it dents out. It doesn't actually push the fender out. It just kind of bows in like a Coke can. So the rears, unless you do some super finessing, you're not pushing those out. The fronts push out just fine. And it kind of has like a wide body look to it. It sticks out a lot. So I don't know if I like it or not. It works. I may bring it in a little more until it, it's right there where that threshold is, where it clears. It doesn't clear, just to kind of make that look more stock. But it's got a really good stance. It sits really low in the back, sits really low in the front. It rides good, it handles pretty good. I've got a big curve in front of my house right here. It goes downhill and around. It's like a sweeping turn, so I go down it and up it just to feel it. It handles really flat. I didn't think it would. I know people have said that before. I didn't believe them, but for what it is, it's not a freaking sports car, but it does handle really good. And it's got 189,000 miles on it with 189,000 mile shocks on it. So I'm sure if I put some Bilsteins on it, it'll probably be better. So, but that's the update on that. As soon as I get the headlights in, I got some Harley Davidson style headlights for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the tail lights. Probably just wire those up with stock bulbs from the Crown Vic, and then maybe later on get those LED ones. But right now it's just going to be the stock tail lights. I may end up doing one of those little light bar tail light. I don't like them. I think they're tacky, but I may end up putting the little brake light bar somewhere. I'm gonna try to hide it under the tailgate or something. Like I don't want it to be real noticeable, but I just want it to light up when I hit the brakes to make sure I don't get rear-ended. It'll suck through all this work and then just get smashed because they can't see more brake lights. I thought about doing something here with these little reflectors, trying to figure out a way to put lights in those, but I don't think it's going to happen. So for right now, it's just going to, be simple. I saw there's a guy around me that's got one of these swaps. It's got a light bar in the top of the back window, a brake light bar. It's cool. It looks like something off of Formula Drift, but I want to tint my windows, so I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. But anyways, that's the update for now. If I figure anything else out today, like I said in the last video yesterday, if I figure anything else out today, I'll let you guys know. Thanks.